What's going on, folks, and welcome to another Scum video. This is going to be a tutorial on spawning items in single player, so you can set the scene for whatever you're doing and create big bases and all that stuff and whatever you want to do. Go and grab yourself a hot drink. Pause it here. Go and grab a hot drink because this is going to take a little while, but I'm going to go through everything, and then finally we're going to work on the teleporting so you know where to teleport. If you want to teleport around the map, don't forget this is only single player as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by getting some clothes because my character's a little bit cold here. So let's just say I want to kit myself out with some stuff. So what you want to do is hit T. Now that brings up the chat box there. Now if you hit hashtag, you can see it brings up all of these options right here. List vehicles, spawn vehicles, set your fame points. A lot of this is admin stuff, don't forget. And with from update to update, some of the assets might change, and there's also a lot of assets in here that you can go through that aren't currently in the game yet, so you can see all that good stuff as well. So let's just go to spawn item, and what we're going to do is I'm going to spawn in my hoodie. So let's spawn in the hoodie and hashtag spawn item again, and I'm going to spawn in a hat, my beanie hat, RK beanie. So I'm quite happy with these because I always set these for the tutorials. It only makes sense. So we need some trousers now. So I'm not sure if it's called pants actually. So if we go back in, hashtag spawn item, pants, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go down. I'm just going to go to military pants 02 or something. Let's just choose that. Now there isn't any set asset thing for all of this. I mean, there will be a link in the description so you guys can see. If you want to individually see what the assets are, I'll leave a link there as well, and there will also be a link for the map which we're going to be using later so you can use for teleporting. Very, very simple. So as you can see, we've spawned in some basic clothing, so let's just carry on. So let's just spawn in some gloves. So obviously we've got some driving gloves, tactical gloves. Let's get tactical gloves 01. So we've now got some gloves. That's cool. Let's spawn in some boots. So hashtag spawn item boots, combat boots. There we go. Look at that. Nice. So now we're starting to look a bit kitted up here. So let's get ourselves a bag. Now I don't remember some of this stuff either. It's literally trial and error sometimes. So let's type in assault. No. Bag. Cabbage. So obviously you've got your improvised bag and stuff like that as well. You've got waste bags. So let me go back and type in backpack. There we go. So you spawn item in backpack, and here's a backpack here. So we'll just take that, nice and simple. So we've now got a backpack. Now what we want to do is get ourselves a gun so we can actually protect ourselves if need be during the tutorial. You never know what's around. Might even be some Zeds on this island. I'm not sure. I haven't actually been here before. I've actually just spawned myself here. So, right. So if we go back in, let's spawn item because all the guns come under items as well. So I'm going to go with. Let's go with an M16. So if you just type in M16, just hit down on the keypad there on the controls, and you can see M16. So just hit enter. Obviously escape to get out of the console again, and there you go, we've got an M16, but now we need the magazine and the ammo for it. So what we're going to do, and you can do this for all the other weapons as well, so if you put hashtag spawn item, you can type in SVD. Obviously SVD weapon and the magazine is there as well, and also if you typed in 1887, which is a shotgun, that'll give you the Winchester shotgun. Now, obviously, there is going to be an asset link in the description, so you can see these, so you can see what the weapons are. But most of the time, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, if I wanted to, let's just say I wanted to get I don't know, let's just go for a completely different gun. So, if I type in improvised, there you go. You can get the improvised bow, improvised quiver, improvised compass. What's that? I haven't improvised compass. See, this is an asset you don't like. There's different assets all the time, but you can't really use it. Like, this might be something they're keeping in, or they might take out as well. Anyway, let's get back to what we was doing. So hashtag spawn item, and let's just get the M16 magazines for now. So M16 magazine, just hit space, and you can spawn in up to 10. So if I typed in 10 magazines for say, that would spawn in 10. But for now, we're just going to spawn in, let's just spawn in 4. So you just hit the number 4 after. So we now got 4 magazines. Let's put them in now. And now we need the ammo for them. So hashtag spawn item. Now when you spawn in any ammo, I tend to type in CAL. You'll see why in the asset list, which is the link down below after. Now I need 556 by 45. Pardon me. As you can see, the SVD ammo is there. The 762 by 54. So we need the 55645 pile. So if I just type in 5, that has now spawned me in 5 sets of 20. So I can now just load up my magazines just by doing this. Let's just get them in there first. That should be enough to fill up all of them. Okay, I'm 20 short on that one. And there we are. So, like I said, it's a lot of trial and error as well. Now, if we go back in, let's say we want to get a site for this. So, spawn item, type in red, for example, because it's a red dot. So, we'll just put in red. And red dot pops up. And now we've got a red dot. So, if we hit F on that, that automatically puts it onto the rifle, which you can see there. And when you look out, you've got that too. So if we hit left shift and left mouse button, we can now set, obviously, single fire and fully automatic. So this is fully automatic, and this is single fire. So I wonder if they've actually put in the new gun yet, actually. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to see if they've got the new gun. What is it, a Mark 18? I don't think they have, actually. Oh, we've got a knife. So we've got a knife there. We're going to need that in a minute anyway. So they haven't actually put that asset in. But you can go through all of these, and there'll be, I guarantee there'll be 100 plus items that aren't even in the game yet. So you can actually experiment for yourself. So right now, obviously, we've got our character. We've got him some ammo, which you can do as much as you want. You can even, if you really wanted to, we can even spawn him. Let's get a secondary weapon, shall we? So let's go hashtag spawn item. Let's get a bow. Let's get the recurve bow. So we've now got a recurve, and we go back into there, hashtag spawn item, and type in quiver, and let's get ourselves a military quiver. Look at that. This is from the update the other day, by the way. So now you can see that my quiver is on the right hand side to my bag, so it all fits in quite tasty. It's really nice. It is really nice. It's looking good. So all we need now is some arrows. So hit T, spawn item, and then we'll type in arrow. So you've got carbon arrows or metal arrows, so we'll type in 10 of them. So let's get 10 arrows, and that's automatically going into the quiver, as you can see there. So if we go into our our first weapon rather, which is the recurve bow, and then there you go, you can fire your arrows. So that's we're pretty much kitted up there, to be fair. Now, if you wanted to add in, obviously, if you're going to be surviving, because you can do this, you can use a lot of this for practicing, like target practice, etc. So you can spawn zombies in, get a sniper rifle, and really start to practice with them. So what we're going to do now, just very quickly, is we're going to spawn water. So just put in water, and there you go. So there you go. Let's just put 5 at the end of that. Walk up to it, hit tab, and there you go. We've got 5 water. Now let's set the scene here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into crafting. This is what I tend to do for a lot of my videos. So let's put a fire ring here. Now I already know what the items are needed for this fire, because I tend to use this a lot. So 4 small logs, 8 small rocks, and a rag or something like that. So let's see how quick we can do this. So spawn item, type in log small. So we just hit 4 of them, because that's all it needs. So we just put 4 of them in. Spawn item. Stone, space stone, stone small, and then just put 8 next to it there. As you can see, there's 8 in there now. And what we're going to do, spawn item, and you're going to be saying this to yourself all the time. Spawn item is mainly the one you guys are going to be using for this. So if I just put in tinder, just a bit of tinder there, and there you go, the fire's complete. But we do need a lighter, so spawn item again, space, lighter. There you go. See? Easy when you know how. And then we just hold that, or we click on the lighter rather, and then light the fire. And there we are. Nice little fire. So, obviously, if you're going to need to eat stuff, you can spawn in meat as well. So let's just spawn item meat, and then you can obviously put in any of this meat. You can if you really wanted to. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just all experimental anyway. You can just put MREs in. Just type in MRE and then put like 4 of them in. And there you go. You know, it's something you can spend hours doing. So we can sit here and eat. Obviously, my character's new, so, and it is single player, so I don't really tend to play survival in single player. I tend to use this mainly, obviously, for tutorials. So there you go. So you've had a bit of water, some food, etc. And that's how you spawn the basics in. The bag, the clothing, weapon, a magazine, and obviously some arrows and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Some boots and a fire. So I did cheat there. Obviously it's single player, so it doesn't really matter at all. But you can just put the blueprint down and then make it, so to speak, you know. So you can have your own base. And this is a great way to practice on here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to spawn a vehicle in now. So there's not many vehicles in Scum right now. There's only 2 types. You've got the SUV and you've got the pickup truck. So if we type in hashtags, just put in hashtag if you really want, and just click down and you'll see spawn vehicle. The second you go down to it, just hit spacebar and then it comes up with all the vehicles you can spawn in. Now I like this one. I like that one. So, you know, you can spawn pretty much anything you want in. And then just click drive. And you can drive around on it. I didn't realise there was a tent on this island. Never knew there was a tent here. There's actually anything in it. Oh, there is. There's a raincoat. Okay, so if we go back over here. Obviously you can see my floating stuff. My quiver's still there. I only spawned in one. Oh, it's glitched, but yeah. Either way, that's how that works with the vehicles. Now, you can spawn in any vehicle you really want. Like I said, there's not an amazing amount on there. Now, if you go to spawn character, now this is... You can destroy a vehicle. Oh, you have to put the vehicle ID. Hashtag spawn vehicle. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Spawn character. Now, if you go to spawn character, that will give you anything that basically moves and lives. So you can put in a sentry if you really wanted to. This is going to really mess up the environment now. So there's now a sentry right here. And you can put like 50 of these in if you really wanted to. And if you shoot that, that will then become engaged. That will try to engage you. It will come to life. So you don't want to be shooting that right now. So if we go back to hashtag spawn character and go down, now you can spawn in a horse if you really wanted to. Bit of target practice with the animals, which is really cool. Okay, that horse just run underwater. Okay, it's coming back out now. Right, so if we go back in there again, spawn, oh no, not spawn item. You get hooked on doing that because it's just instinct after a while. Now, if you wanted to put a couple of zombies in, let's put 5 Zeds in right now, okay? Obviously, we're going to run away from these. Now, you can spawn loads of them in. Obviously, if you really wanted to, you could spawn them in and then get in the car and drive away. and then use them for sniper practice. So we're going to go for a couple of more spawns. So let's just say, for example, you wanted to spawn an SVD. Let's say you want to do a bit of sniper practice or something. So you just type in spawn, hashtag spawn item, type in SVD, then you just click down, and there you go. You got your SVD right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the arrow, the bow for the moment, and we're going to put that down here. Now, same again with spawning in stuff, like the magazine. So we're going to type in SVD, space SVD, and there's the magazines there. So if we spacebar, put 5 in, then that gives us 5 magazines. And now we need to get the ammo for it. So hashtag spawn item CAL. Remember that one, guys, for the ammo. CAL. 76254 MMR. Let's get 10 of them. So as you can see, we now have 10. Not 10. We now have loads of SVD ammo as well. Let's just take that one out because that's got no ammo in it. And then put that in there. Now, if you want to put a hunting scope on it or an ACOG, obviously you're going to need a rail. So, obviously for the SVD, so you type in spawn item, space, rail. Go down, hit enter. There's your rail. See how easy this is, guys, when you start to understand how it works. Before, it didn't work like this. You had to go through every individual asset until the devs made it a lot easier. Bless them. Thank you very much. It's made my life a lot easier with making videos anyway. So if we go to spawn item, now we need to get a scope. So just scope. And you can look at everything there. So you've got all your scopes. You can experiment with these as well. Hunting scopes. Let's go with the SVD. The Dragunov hunting scope. There we are. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Something happened. Right. So we've got up to it. There's the scope there. Let's put this weapon down there. And then we'll put the scope on it. And there you go. There's a zombie over there. There was a zombie over there. So if I shoot this, this will engage me. So I'm quite worried about that. Standing there while doing this tutorial, I'm not going to lie. Now, before we go on to... Oh, I've now got loads of zombies after me. Before... Oh, you can't put that in there. Why is that? Why can't I move that? Okay, I think it's bugged out. I think that's bugged. I can't actually move that. So let's just get that again. Change that. So you can spawn pretty much anything in. You know how to spawn food in now. Obviously, you know, I don't think you can spawn cooked meat. Oh, you can. You can spawn in cooked items. So cooked egg. So there's a cooked egg here. So we can we eat that? We can't eat it, which means it's not actually in the game yet. It's just an asset. It's kind of there ready, you know. So what we're going to do now, obviously, the asset list is down in the description below, so you guys can go through it yourselves and see what there is as well. And if you have any questions, I'll be looking at the comments so I can reply to you the best way I can as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at teleporting. Now, teleporting is a bit different in Scum than it is to most games. Like armor and stuff, you double-click and it will just generally send you on that location. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to show you the Scum Zupa map, which you'll see in just a second. And basically what you do to keep things simple is you right-click anywhere you want to go. Some places it might glitch out a little bit, but you'll end up back on the ground once it teleports in. So what you do is you right-click and then you save the admin location. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this right now. So this is a Scum Zupa map. Now, the link is down below. This is how you teleport, guys. This is the teleport section now of how we get around the map. if you want to. So the link's down below. This is a Scum Super map, and basically this is the best map you can use online for Scum right now, especially with teleporting. And it tells you where the bunkers are, the towns, the police towns, and special high loot as well. It's a great map to check out. Now, if you wanted to go anywhere, obviously some places you go are going to give you a sort of glitched issue when you spawn there. To get where I currently am for this tutorial, I literally spawned here. So what I did is obviously you can scroll in and out with the mouse wheel to see the map and to zoom out of the map as well. But what I did is I went onto a location. You can do this anywhere, by the way. Right click it. Now, if you just go down and click copy admin teleport, left click that. So obviously, let me just choose another location. So let me just spawn in a bit closer. So copy admin teleport. That's it. That is all you need to do to spawn in that location. Now I'm going to show you how to put that into Scum. Okay, so we're now back into the game after going onto that Scum Super map, and we've now got our location. We've got the coordinates that where we wanted to go. Nice and simple. You just look at the map, right click it, and then click the bottom option. So then what we do now is we click T, hashtag teleport. Nice and simple. So just go down to teleport. Now what you want to do is you want to teleport yourself to a location. So you just teleport your name, press space, and then Control V to paste all that information in you have there. So what I then do is I go just behind this hyphen line here to the left of it and just delete until you get down to your name where it just says teleport RayKit, for example. But make sure you got that space between the hyphen and the last letter of your name. Nice and simple. Click enter. It will now teleport me over here, which is where I clicked before. So I was over there a minute ago. What is that? There's something behind me. And that's basically how you teleport. It's simple. Just go back and rewind and see exactly what I did to get that to work. So, I haven't actually been on this island before. But you can spawn in anything you want. Think of everything that's in the game. You can spawn any of it in. So if we go to spawn item, grenade, for example. Grenade. Look at that. Let's just spawn 5 grenades in. Nice. Just drop that in there. And just throw a grenade. Nice and simple. Now, obviously, where you are in single player, you're going to want to have fame points. You're going to want to give yourself fame points unless you're actually practicing ready for the multiplayer. So what you do is you go to hashtag, is it fame? No, hashtag, hold on. Hashtag set fame points. So, hashtag set fame points to myself, and then I type in 5,000. I don't know if that's actually going to work. No, it's not working. So let's try that again. Hashtag set fame points. I'm going to go down to that one. Okay, that didn't work either. Why isn't that working? Set fame points. Or set fame points to all. Let's just set fame points to all instead. There you go. So I've reset it, really. I've actually reset it. So hashtag set fame points, space. Go down to your name, press space again. And I can put in, keep it 100,000 in. No, you can't set that many. Let's try again. So 50,000. 30,000. Okay. Either way, you don't really need that much anyway. So, there you go. 5,000. I'm not sure if there's a limit now because of the update, but that's what I had it before. So that's pretty much most of the fun stuff. You can really experiment with that and sit there for hours just spawning items in that's not even in multiplayer, and some items that no one's ever seen before. But they're not actually implemented into the game yet, and from update to update, they do tend to bring stuff in. Now, if we have a quick look at the hashtags again, so just press T, hashtag, go down. You can set the time Now, if you want to set the time, just obviously just click on it, press spacebar, and you can set it to, like, let's say 10 o'clock. So just put 10 and 2 zeros or whatever. And that should change. There has been issues with this. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I like to try and really experiment with it. So 10, semicolon, 00. And sometimes it works. There we go. So we've just switched it to 10 o'clock in the morning. Now if we check my watch, should say 10 o'clock. There we go. So we've set it to 10. Now if we hashtag set time and set it to 0900, don't forget to put the semicolon. That should change to 0900. There we go. See? So that's how the times work with everything. Now, if you want to set weather, I haven't really experimented with this, so we're going to try this right now because I tend to obviously have nice weather whenever I'm doing a video. Set weather, then you do this one. It's like that icon, and then put like 2, and then just finish it with another icon like that on the other side. And sometimes that works. I don't know if it will. But I usually use 4, and that usually puts it as nice weather for me. So I don't know if it takes time to actually change. But that's something you might have to look into on that one. I do apologise. So obviously that's the time. Location, obviously, I just use teleport for that. I don't bother with actual location. You can list all the items if you want to check out the items and everything else. I think that's all the items that I've just done actually. Hashtag sport. Hashtag. What other one haven't we done yet? List players, list vehicles, spawn vehicles, set fame points, spawn character, list characters. And obviously, they're the only ones you're really going to be using. Vehicles, spawning items, characters. So if we spawn character, let's just spawn, I don't know. Let's spawn deer. So let's spawn 10 deers. So as you can see, okay, that's taken a long time to die. So as you can see, obviously, if you want to practice hunting, just shoot the deer once, let it run. I've run out of ammo now. So just shoot the animal once or something, let it run, and you can practice, you know, the art of hunting and just practice doing that. But there's so many things you can do for this, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Really do appreciate you checking the video out. I know it was a bit of a long one, but obviously this sort of comprehensive guide, or whatever you want to call it, is not going to take 5 minutes to do. Now, don't forget you can spawn other things in, like just remember, hashtag spawn item will give you everything you need, mostly. So ACOG, there you go, we've got an ACOG, so we can just switch over the ACOG on here. So if we take that off and then put the ACOG on, there you go, you got the ACOG. You know, can you actually put a red dot sight on there? I want to check that actually. Let's just spawn in a red dot sight. Spawn item red dot. Let's just try that, see if that actually works, because I don't know if that actually works on there. Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? Of course, I did try that in another video. So you can obviously. Do love the physics in here, it is really good. So guys, that is literally it. Thank you so much for checking the video out, really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked what you see. Don't forget to leave a like and throw us a comment, let us know what you thought. So with that being said, stay safe guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.